today we're going to do elasticity of demand. Now, you must have done elastic or elasticity in science. Okay. Now, elastic is any substance which on pressure changes its position. Okay. So similarly, demand also changes because of factors which affect the demand. Okay. Now, elasticity of demand specifically measures the intensity of the change in demand due to the changes which happen in the factors affecting demand. Okay, so which means how easily the demand changes with change in the factors which affect the demand. Which means that let's just take price. Okay, if a price change leads to a very small change in demand, then we say that the demand is inelastic. Okay, but due to a very small change in price, if the demand changes at a greater proportion, we say that we have an elastic demand. We say that the demand is elastic. So which means if the demand changes easily, then the demand is elastic. If it doesn't change, then it is inelastic. Now, we just have to remember one thing, that it can be a positive or a negative change. The demand may change, increase or decrease, that doesn't matter. We are only talking about the change. Okay, we are not talking about the direction of the change here. We are just talking about the change, how intensively the demand is going to change due to the factors which affect the demand. More specifically, in this particular syllabus, we are only going to do price elasticity. We are only going to do price elasticity, which means at what intensity the demand will change with respect to change in the price of the commodity. Okay, so we are only going to see price elasticity. There are other elasticities also, like income elasticity, cross elasticity, which when we are talking about substitute goods and complementary goods, that all we are not going to do this year. We are only going to do price elasticity here. Now, let's just understand what price elasticity is. Price elasticity is the degree of responsiveness. How responsive is the demand? Degree of responsiveness of demand for a commodity due to a change in price of the commodity. Okay, right, due to a change in the price of the commodity, that is price elasticity. Right. Now, you may often think, why are we studying this price elasticity at all? Okay, now this demand elasticity is majorly useful for the sellers, the producers, which means the pricing of the commodity done by the seller depends upon the elasticity of demand for the commodity. I'll just give you one example. So, like, just for example, you are a producer of, let's say, a necessity. Just imagine you are a producer of necessity. Okay, which means a commodity which is very necessary for the existence. Just imagine any let's just say salt. Okay, salt is very important for us, our daily lives. Okay, now what happens here is, you know, as a seller, that salt is important for everybody, which means just think from the point of view of the consumer. you have to buy the commodity, salt, whatever the price may be. So even if the price is high or low, this commodity will be bought at a certain fixed quantity. Okay, so which means whatever be the price, high or low, your demand for the commodity is going to be the same. So even if you keep a very high price, you find that the demand is not going to change. Okay, so which means that you can fix a high price for the commodity because you know that this salt will be bought by the consumers, because you know that the demand is inelastic. The demand for salt is inelastic. Okay, so what happens here is, but if you remember, I'll just attach this to an event of history. Okay, now if you remember Dandi March, before the Dandi March, why was this Dandi March done? In order to protest for the pricing done by the British on the salt. They had kept a high price on salt, which was an essential commodity, because the British knew that whatever the price may be, this salt will be bought. So what happened was, they knew that this particular commodity is inelastic and the demand is going to be high, whatever the case may be. So this was basically done in order to maximize the revenue by the British. But because many of the people could not afford this price, Mahatma Gandhi protested against this salt law. Okay, so because of which this was done. So if you understand, so that is why, keeping that in mind, we have always kept our salt price low. Okay, but you can, if the producer does not have any kind of restriction by the government, the producer can fix a price and be assured that this particular commodity can be bought in the same proportion as it was in the earlier price, thereby maximizing the revenue. So to keep the pricing policy and to make other decisions, the producers need to know the elasticity of demand for the commodity. So again, we're going to do